In new book, retired Air Force claims alien was killed on military base. September 5, 2019 was an alien shot dead at a U.S. Air Force base in New Jersey. In new book, retired Air Force claims alien was killed on military base. Retired Air Force Major George Filer III at his Medford home. Photo, Brian Johnston. In new book, entitled Strange Craft, The True Story of an Air Force Intelligence Officer's Life with UFOs, states that a military police officer shot an extraterrestrial being at Fort Dix in the early hours of January 18, 1978. In author John L. Guerra's book, published by Bayshore Publishing Company of Tampa, Florida, retired Air Force Major George Filer III, a former decorated intelligence officer of the 21st Air Force Command at McGuire Air Force, reports the extraordinary tale of the American disco era. Filer, now 84 and living in Medford with his wife, Janet, said what has been an urban legend promulgated by UFO enthusiasts since the early 1980s is indeed true. That's because he was there and wrote a top-secret memo on the subject, he said. In the icy winter darkness of that day in January 1978, a bipedal creature, described about 1 meter tall and grayish-brown, with eagle head, long arms and slender body, was shot dead with 5 shots fired with the .45 caliber pistol of a member of the military service. Military Edition M1911A1. As Guerra explains in his book, the soldier was originally in a police pickup truck, driving through the base desert in search of a strange, low-flying aircraft that had been observed crossing the military facility's airspace around 2 a.m. About an hour later, the soldier realized in a typical horror movie fashion that the oval-shaped ship radiating a blue-green glow hovered directly above the vehicle. It was when the creature emerged from the shadows on foot, revealing himself to the soldier entering the headlights of the vehicle, where the panicked soldier drew his weapon, ordered the alien to freeze, and he fired. According to the retired major, as stated in the book, the alleged alien succumbed to gunshot wounds on the Air Force side of what is now the McGuire-Dix-Lakehurst Joint Base in Burlington County. Its remains emitted a fetid smell, similar to ammonia. Later that morning, a cleaning crew from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, home of the National Center for Air and Space Intelligence, flew to retrieve the body, behaving as if the creature was not entirely foreign to them. The Asbury Park Press approached the Joint Base Air Force to comment on this story, but never got an answer. Filer, who most recently served as state director of an organization called MUFO and the Mutual UFO Network, which catalogs and investigates UFO sightings in the United States, has never seen the dead alien. However, Filer said he really knows the story is true. It should be noted that Filer claimed to have seen UFOs throughout his life, beginning when he was 5 years old from his childhood home in the state of Illinois. That morning in January 1978, Filer said he arrived at the base before dawn to prepare his daily 8 a.m. intelligence report for his senior officers. In the book, he explains that when it arrived, security at the base had been tightened and he personally observed the emergency response after the incident. He also said he interviewed some of the scene's witnesses for a story about what happened, which he was forced to file. However, he was denied access and was never released to see photos he said were taken at the scene. Filer is quoted in the book, "The senior master sergeant manages everything from sweeping the floor to arranging employee schedules and ensuring that phones and faxes are always working." He was agitated. His face was pale and his eyes were wide open. Then he said the weirdest thing, an alien was shot at Fort Dix and they found him at the end of our airstrip McGuire AFB. Filer said he answered, "Was it an alien from another country?" The sergeant explained, "No, it was from outer space. An alien from space. There are UFOs buzzing around like crazy." The Air Force later classified it as top secret and silenced witnesses through national security restrictions and good old-fashioned bullying. It silenced everyone but Filer. Filer spoke publicly about the 1978 incident before, and the incident itself has been the subject of discussion and speculation in the UFO enthusiast community since the early 1980s. Details on the subject appear to have been first reported in the Trentonian on July 10, 2007. The Trentonian website had reported 12 years ago that the Air Force repeatedly denied the allegation, telling the newspaper that the case was debunked as a scam years ago.